As America moved westward, life became more complex. A new type of criminal appeared, the confidence man, who preyed on the unsuspecting and innocent. It was such a sinister operation that called for quick thinking and action in order to save a life. An unusual situation for Rex Allen, who stars as the Frontier Doctor.
Because of your exemplary behavior, the governor has granted you a parole for the remainder of your sentence.
Thank you, sir.
You will be remitted to the custody of your uncle. Come in, sir.
Mary.
I know, Mr. Ellis, the pain and torment you must have suffered. And I'm quite certain that if there's anyone that can prevent this girl from repeating her mistake, it is you.
Thank you, sir. I'm sure Mary has learned her lesson.
I'm sure she has. Mary, a lovely young girl like you should have the opportunity to meet a nice, honest young man, marry, and raise a family. I hope you'll do just that.
Yes, sir. I'll try.
I'll notify the matron.
Thank you, sir. Thank you for everything.
What do we do for money now?
Well, Farrell and I have staked out a neat little job for you in Rising Springs.
Well, I hope it's a man to work on.
What else for you, my darling, eh?
I don't trust Farrell. I've been rotting in this cell for 365 stinking days. And you want to send me out in the middle of nowhere.
But this is a beautiful setup, Mary. The man's name is Dane Bentley. He'll get on the stage at Junction City.
If anything goes wrong this time, it'll be Farrell sitting in the penitentiary. Not me.
Don't worry, Mary. I'll make it all up to you. You won't be sorry.
Now, if you will sign this, please.
Why, of course, sir.
Pardon me, sir. Would you have the time?
It's 11 o'clock, ma'am.
Oh, well, I'm just on time.
Oh, allow me.
Oh, thank you very much.
Of the bag you're carrying, I'd say you're a medical man.
I'm Dr. Baxter from Rising Springs.
Well, I'm heading that way myself. My name's Ellis. I'm a land speculator.
Nice to know you.
You been away on a little vacation?
Not exactly. Mr. Bentley here's a patient of mine. We've been over in Mesa Grande where they have a new x-ray machine.
I hope you're enjoying the book, miss.
Oh, very much, thank you.
Well, I'm flattered. You see, I'm the author.
Oh.
You're Dane Bentley?
Yes, I am, Miss,
Harding. Kathy Harding. Oh, Mr. Bentley, I think all of your books are just wonderful. I brought this one all the way back from Switzerland.
Is this your first trip west, Miss Harding?
Yes, it is, and I'm a little frightened.
Well, you shouldn't be. This is peaceful country.
I hope so.
Outlaws.
Get down, miss. There's no shotgun rider.
Miss Harding. Miss Harding.
I've got a gun.
Give it to me.
Beautiful shot, Doctor.
Doctor, there's something wrong here.
She's just fainted.
You better tell the driver to stop at my place.
Stop at the Bentley place.
Driver, wait for me.
Put her over there on the couch, Doctor. Maria! Maria, bring some water.
Smelling salts don't seem to help.
Just a temporary shock. Miss Harding. Miss Harding? Help her sit up.
Doctor, it was so terrible. I was so frightened.
There, Miss Harding. It's all over now, and you're quite safe here.
But where?
This is my home, and you're more than welcome here.
I don't want to intrude on you
Oh,
like this.
nonsense.
I do hate to get back on that awful stage.
Well, she should rest, shouldn't she, Doctor? After all, my housekeeper here is a good nurse and a wonderful cook, too.
Well, it would be better for her to take it easy for a while.
Maria, get the spare room ready.
Si, senor.
See that she gets one of these every hour. It's just a mild sedative. It'll help you get some sleep. You'll be better in a few days.
Well, that coach will not wait much longer, Doctor. I'll be at the hotel in town for a few days if you need me for anything.
Oh, wait a minute. I'll go along with you. If I can't be of any more help, I think I'll run along.
Thank you, Doctor.
Mr. Bentley, you should thank.
Oh, I will. I will.
Come in.
Hi, Farrell.
How'd it go?
Wonderful. Just wonderful. Our little girl's a real actress. She put on such a fainting spell it completely fooled the doctor. He gave orders for her to rest and not to move.
Well, that's the kind of a doctor we like.
Good thing we put blanks in that gun I gave him. I think he can shoot.
Who cares, as long as it's blanks?
The confidence gang had chosen their victim well. It was almost a case of love at first sight with Bentley, and unknowingly I'd contributed my share of help to the scheme.
Good morning, Kathy. My, I hope you feel as well as you look.
Thank you. I'm feeling much better. Been riding?
I always take a turn about the place before getting down to my morning's work.
If it wouldn't be an imposition, I wonder if I could borrow one of your horses. I have to wire my aunt in San Diego, and I promised Dr. Baxter I'd drop by.
Well, I'll hitch up the rig and drive you in myself.
That won't be necessary. I've caused you enough trouble already. I insist on going alone.
Well, Maria, would you ask the foreman to bring a horse around front for Miss Harding, please?
Luego, senor. Thank you, Dane.
Well, you're quite welcome. Oh, and Kathy, be careful.
I will.
What's the matter with her? How long does she think we can wait here?
Ah, calm yourself, Farrell. She's a smart girl and she knows what she's doing.
Well, let's hope so. Well?
That Bentley's a real nice guy. So lonesome. And so trusting.
I knew you'd make out, Kathy. I got a lot of faith in you.
How much is he worth?
About $20,000 in the bank, another 10 in property here and there, and an insurance policy for $250,000.
Who's it made out to?
His estate.
That'll be me, Mrs. Dane Bentley.
And in case of accidental death, the policy pays double.
That's a lot of money. A fortune. And everything depends on me.
I discovered him and found out all the details.
So?
I got you out of jail, Kathy. Now, don't forget that.
Well, it's only natural you take care of your niece. You know, I've been thinking. The one who does the most should get the most. So I've decided to give each of you 10%. And I'll keep the rest myself.
Are you out of your mind? We split 3 ways or nothing.
After spending a year in that flea-bitten cell, Bentley's place looks wonderful. And he's not so hard to like either.
What are you talking about, Kathy? You can't mean what you're saying.
Oh, can't I? I've had a year to think everything over.
Remember, you're still on parole. You double-cross us and you'll be right back in that cell.
When I go, Farrell, I'll take you with me.
Now listen to me, you cheap little...
You keep your filthy hands off her!
I ought to break you in two. You both think you can get rid of me for 10%?
No, Farrell, no violence.
Don't worry, there won't be any. Farrell's no fool. This job squares everything up between Mr. Farrell and myself for good. Come to think of it, I spent a year in prison for both of you.
I'll be right back, dear.
Oh, look, Dane, there's Mr. Ellis.
Oh, Mr. Ellis. Oh, good morning. I just read the wonderful news. All the luck in the world to both of you.
Thank you. So good to see you again. After all, you were in the stagecoach when it all started.
I'll never forget.
Would you keep Kathy company for a minute while I go into the post office?
That would be a pleasure.
Thanks.
Harold's pretty unhappy about you.
I've been unhappy about him for a long time.
He can make a lot of trouble for us.
The answer to that is simple. Get rid of him. That's what I had in mind, anyway.
I knew you had something at the back of your head.
And it's prettier and bigger than I thought it would be. Here it is. Present for my bride.
Oh, Dane, it's beautiful.
Say, that must be worth a lot of money.
I'll be afraid to wear it. It's so valuable.
Oh, don't worry, darling. It's insured. Going to be in town much longer, Mr. Ellis?
Oh, a few days. I'm trying to buy some acreage for an eastern syndicate.
Oh, well, then we'll see you after the honeymoon. We're going to spend it at the cabin on my lake.
Well, all the happiness in the world to both of you.
Well, thank you. Get up.
Come on.
Come in. Come on in. Hello, Bill.
Well, I didn't expect to see you for at least a couple of weeks.
Well, I thought before we left I'd pick up that prescription for my migraine headaches.
Sure, I've got it right here.
Oh, Bill. My present to the bride.
I didn't realize they made them that big.
Well, that's a particularly rare cut, but then so is Kathy.
Here's a little wedding present for both of you.
Oh, thank you, Bill. See, look, we're going to be up at the fishing lodge. Plenty of privacy, beautiful scenery, and why don't you drop in on us? Lots of trout.
Well, I'd sure like to, but you know that a doctor
I know. A doctor's life is not his own. Well, we'll see you in a couple of weeks, huh? And thanks.
Have a nice trip. In his excitement, Dane Bentley had forgotten his medicine. If I hurried, there was a chance I could get to him before he got into the mountains.
Well, I got the horses out of sight, but I still don't understand the whole thing, Farrell. Why the hurry? Because we're all running out of money. And if we don't move fast, she might fall in love with Bentley. Women are funny that way. Yeah. If you shoot him, it'll look like murder and not like an accident. That way the policy won't pay double. There's still enough for me. I tell you, I don't like the whole thing, Farrell. It's not the way we operate. It's the way I'm going to operate.
Somebody took a shot at us.
Where do you think it came from?
From over in that direction.
Better get her back to town and tell the sheriff. I'll see if I can find out who's
You
up
better
there.
take this.
Here comes Dr. Baxter. Maybe he'll have something to say. Hi, Doc.
Oh, Jim, here's his personal effects.
Thanks.
Did you find out anything about him?
No, the would-be killer died before he regained consciousness.
Well, I can understand an ambush. The ring makes an easy explanation. Oh, I should have been more discreet. I showed it to everybody in the post office. But the mystery is, who shot him and why?
Well, there certainly isn't anything here to give us a clue. Not even his name.
Speaking of giving, you forgot your migraine headache medicine. That's why I tried to catch up with you.
Well, that's about the luckiest thing that happened to us.
Well, it's too late now to start for the lake. It would be dark before we got there, so if you need us, we'll be at the house until tomorrow morning. Come, my dear. Good evening, gentlemen.
Bye.
Come on, Miss Bentley.
Would you excuse me for a moment? I want to check at the post office.
Well, of course, dear.
What happened up there?
Farrell wanted to shoot him down, so I shot Farrell instead. Now we don't have to split.
Yeah, but it forces us to move faster than I wanted to.
Arsenic?
Not with the doctor around. We're going on a fishing trip up to the lake. You can't swim.
Oh, like that time on Lake Ontario, eh?
Exactly.
You know, I can't understand it. Seems someone has purposely removed all identification.
Doesn't make sense, does it?
Sure doesn't.
You know, I noticed certain scars on the dead man's scalp that could indicate brain surgery.
Well, couldn't that be from an accident?
No, not these kind. They're too symmetrical. Could be a clue.
Well, how?
Because there's only one man that I know of who's developed this type of technique for brain surgery. That's Dr. Raymond of Johns Hopkins. And if he did perform an operation, he'll have a record of the patient.
Say, let's go send him a telegram.
It's beautiful, Dane.
It's my own lake. Our lake. It's really the only place I feel safe. You know, I don't swim.
I know you told me. It's hard to believe.
Do you mind, dear?
I feel like we're a million miles from anywhere or anybody. We couldn't have come to a better place.
I knew you'd love it. Tell you what, we'll get unpacked, have lunch, and then go out on the lake. Now, come on, I want you to see the cabin.
Hey, Doc.
Come in.
Oh, Doc. I just got this telegram.
Your man could be Preston Farrell. Dr. Raymond performed the operation on him at the state prison. He has a long criminal record specializing in extortion and insurance. His last known accomplice was Miss Mary Malone, age 24, fair complexion, 5'4", who is wanted at present for parole jumping.
That's a pretty good description of Mrs. Bentley.
Seems impossible. Come to think of it, we don't know very much about her. You know, there's just a pretty good chance we've all been fooled. Bentley does carry a lot of insurance.
I'm on my way to the lake.
Wait a minute, I'll go with you. This may come as quite a shock to Bentley. He might need me.
A couple other people may need you, too.
It's a beautiful afternoon.
One I'll always remember. Well, the first time I saw this place, I fell in love with it. Got it for a song.
I don't blame you. It's beautiful. So peaceful and restful.
Never tasted anything like the trout. It's just out of this icy water. the middle, that's where the big ones are. Well, this is the spot, Duck. Have you ever tried fishing before?
No, Dane, this is my first time.
It came from the lake. Kathy, the boat's filling with water. We'll never make it back to shore. Somebody's trying to kill us.
Not us, my dear. You.
Kathy, I can't believe that.
You will in a few minutes. You see, I can swim.
Kathy, I can't believe it. Should murder me.
Because I need money more than I need you.
Bentley. I've got to get to him. Cover me.
Come back! Please, Bobby!
Miss Bird and I have a date with the circuit judge. And according to that telegram, the bride here is going to spend the rest of her honeymoon in jail.
I'm all through with him. Get him out of here.
Let's go.
Kathy, why did you do it? I'd have given you anything. If it was money you wanted...
Yeah, I know. But the trouble with that was, you weren't with it. Come on.
Oh, Doctor, I almost forgot something.
Hey, Doc. I've just got a wonderful idea for a murder mystery. A fellow who carries a lot of insurance marries a girl he knows nothing about.
I'm glad to see you still have a sense of humor. There's the rest of your story.
Now, I don't want it around. You keep it, Doc. Give it to your favorite charity.
There's a lot of kids over in Minersville, and with Christmas coming on, there's a typhoid epidemic out in Larson County. I don't know where to start.
We'll start in the morning.
Thanks.
Ray Ellis was sentenced to life for the murder of his partner, Farrell, while his niece, Mary Malone, alias Kathy Harding, was given 10 to 20 years in the state prison. Yes, Dane Bentley recovered from the shock, but I'm afraid he'll remain a bachelor for the rest of his life.